Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through the MAISON Margiela Replica Discovery Set. I just purchased this the other day and I posted about it on my Instagram and I got some requests to go through the Discovery Set. So I thought that'd be fun to film a little YouTube video doing it and just share my thoughts and my opinions. This is the first time that I've ever smelled these. I wanted to try it out for myself. I really love the branding. I really love the idea of, this scent line, basically just to inspire like nostalgic memories, to bring people back to a certain time and place through scent. I think it's very cool. And also I was interested to try it out because this whole line is unisex and they're also all eau de toilette. I don't generally reach for eau de toilettes just because they're not as strong and they don't usually last as long. So I thought it'd be very interesting to kind of see what these are like, what the performance like, and I did actually end up picking up one bottle, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. I'm just gonna open this up. I'm gonna smell them with you guys. I don't want this video to be too insanely long, so I'm just going to tell you guys my opinions. This isn't the full line. Like there's some that aren't in here that I really wished were, but this is just kind of a little peek into the replica line. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is probably the fragrance that is most known from this line, the most talked about, the most controversial. People either really love this scent or they really don't like it. And I'm going to smell it. It's going to be interesting to try to judge these based on the fact that they're all unisex. Okay. Oh, I forgot to say the name. This one is by the Fireplace. I think is their most controversial scent in this line. Just spraying it before I put the strip up to my nose, I just smell like this kind of like caramely sweetness. Yeah, now that I'm smelling it on the paper, you get a lot of smoky. It's what everyone says. I'm not the first one to say this. It smells exactly like what it is. It smells like you're sitting by a fire, by like a bonfire or something, like in the fall. But the one thing that I will disagree with the general public's opinion of this is that a lot of people said that it smells like you were sitting by a bonfire and the smoke came into your face and then you just smelled like smoke, like you had smoke on your clothes. And a lot of people said that they didn't want to smell like that. I'm not really getting that. I'm getting a lot of sweetness with this. I definitely smell the smokiness. There's a lot of vanilla in this fragrance. There's also kind of like a wooziness to it. It's not just smoky, tobacco-y kind of scent. It's really hard for me to kind of like picture this on a girl. I mean, I think that any girl can kind of pull off the more masculine scents. They just have to be a much more edgy, cool girl kind of vibe. I just kind of picture this scent on, honestly, like a grandpa. I don't know, it's kind of like piney. To me, it reminds me of like a holiday. Like, this is something that I definitely wouldn't want my partner to wear. I picture it like it's Christmas dinner, we're sitting by the fire and I'm like sitting next to my grandpa and I see the jokes coming already. But it's interesting. I like it because there's a lot of depth to it. It's not just, like I said, smokiness. So the next one that I'll talk about is probably the second most popular one from this line, or talked about from this line, and that is Beach Walk. So this one's kind of described as a suntan lotion-y kind of scent. It's supposed to be a very heavy coconut vacation kind of smell. I don't really get the coconut. Maybe I'm just confusing it in my mind, but to me it just smells like flowers. But yeah, it basically just smells kind of like a suntan lotion. I don't really like it. I don't really understand the appeal that a lot of people get from this. I think it definitely leans much more feminine. I can't really picture a guy wearing this. I definitely would never buy a full bottle of this because it's just like, it smells like suntan lotion. I'll just go get some suntan lotion for $7. I don't know, people love that one. Me, I don't know. So now we'll do Under the Lemon Tree. I wonder if you can see the sprays. So this one is very interesting. Apparently there's actually not like a lemon note in this fragrance. It's lime, which I can kind of tell. I think when people hear the name Under the Lemon Tree, they just picture a very lemony fragrance, but this one is actually like the whole tree. It's not just a super citrusy smell. You definitely get the tree part of it. There's some herbiness to this, a little bit of woodsiness, and the more it dries down, the more that like those woodsy notes and the like leafy, not leafy, but the green notes kind of come out. So the main thing that people talk about with these fragrances, because I've watched a lot of reviews on this line, everyone says they're not very long lasting, and I have worn these a couple times and I only smell them on me for maybe like 2 hours. Like I don't get anywhere out of these. Definitely zero sillage and there's no scent trail. Like I would be shocked if I ever got a compliment like walking past someone wearing one of these. They're just really pretty, like skin scent smells. This one is cool. I definitely see I could see a man and a woman wearing this. I don't picture myself buying a full bottle of this, but it's definitely one of the more likable ones in the line, in my opinion. Okay, so now let's do Sailing Day. This one is their most aquatic scent in the line. Definitely a serious summertime scent. Obviously with the name Sailing Day, it's very, very aquatic, very bright and fresh. It's very masculine to me. To me, it just kind of smells like an aftershave. I can't picture it on a girl, but it would be sexy on a guy. Very like office appropriate. So the next one is actually my favorite. I did pick up a full bottle of this one, and that is Lazy Sunday Morning. I feel like this is probably the most popular one out of this line, and even though it's an eau de toilette, even though it doesn't last very long, I've worn this a few times, and like I said, I only smell it on me for maybe like an hour, and then I can smell it on my clothes for maybe a couple hours more, but there's definitely zero projection. I don't think anyone else would be able to smell it unless they're like right up on you. But I really like it because it's different. It's not like anything else that I have in my collections. The description on this is soft skin and bed linen, which is exactly what it smells like. It smells like fresh cotton. It's a very easy to wear scent, and I thought that it would be a good addition to my collection. And I think it's also kind of interesting to have a fragrance that is not that strong. Like, I feel like you don't want to wear a super strong, sweet, projective fragrance in every sort of situation. Like, you don't want to stand out all the time, but you still want to smell good. That was my reasoning for spending the money on this, but I really do like this one. Clean cotton, it's beautiful, but there's a little more to it. A lily of the valley note in this that kind of adds just a little something special to it. And that's why I really liked it when I first smelled it. It's clean and fresh, but there's something a little more to it. And this one is 100% unisex. I could see this, any man or woman could wear this. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's definitely my favorite out of the whole line. This video is getting long. So this one is called Coffee Break, and this is one that I really, really wanted to love. The only thing is, right when I spray it, it smells the most artificial out of all of them. It's like very strong alcohol, and then the coffee kind of starts to shine through a little bit, and it's nice. It's not just like a straight up coffee smell. It's like a very milky latte kind of smell. I do like it. Maybe eventually I would get a full bottle of this one. A lot of people compared it to like going into Starbucks. I don't really get that. It doesn't smell like a straight up coffee shop to me. It's just like a very pretty, nice, bright scent with a hint of coffee. There's some lavender in this, and that kind of adds to the brightness. So I like this one. I do. This is my second favorite. So then we have Jazz Club. This one's probably the most well received other than Lazy Sunday Morning. This one is a super like rummy, like it's super boozy. You just get a ton of rum and a ton of like kind of like a leather tobacco vibe. It's very sexy on a man. I don't think I could ever wear this, but I do really like it. I just picture this like tall, dark, and handsome kind of guy. It's very sexy. It's definitely a nighttime scent. I really like it. This one's a 10 out of 10 for me. We're getting there. We're over halfway done. This one is called Springtime in a Park. I love the names. I think it's so creative. Like, whoever came up with this idea is so creative. This one is beautiful. I like this one a lot. Everyone says that this is a very like heavy floral-y kind of fragrance, but to me it just smells like almost like bubble gum. It is initially right off the top, it just smells like old school strawberry Laffy Taffy. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I smelled this for the first time. Like, my dad would take us into the gas station, we'd buy a little thing of Laffy Taffy for like 25 cents. That's exactly what this brand is trying to do. They're trying to instill this nostalgic memory in you, and it definitely worked with this one. It's different. It's pretty unique in the floral world. I could never picture a guy wearing this. It leans so feminine. All right, so we only have 2 left. I'm dropping things all over the place. So this one is called Bubble Bath. This is one of their newer releases, and I also really want to try out their newest one, which is that Matcha Meditation. It sounds right up my alley. I was really hoping that it would be in the Discovery set, but it wasn't. So this one is called Bubble Bath. It's just supposed to be a very clean, soapy kind of scent with a lot of coconut. It's not the most unique scent on the planet. I don't really like it. This is one that reviewers really rave about, but I don't really get it. It's not really for me. It's just a very soapy, like, it's just kind of basic. I don't know. It's just, there's nothing really special about this scent to me, but people say that it does remind them of a bubble bath, which I guess makes sense. It's just coconut and soap. The last fragrance that I have in this little discovery set is called Autumn Vibes. And this one just reminds me of the first one that I smelled, the By the Fireplace scent, just without as much smokiness. It's like a little bit of a toned down version of By the Fireplace. I like it. It's very like woodsy and tobacco-y, and it's sexy. It's more of like, what? It's an autumn fragrance, right? Cold weather kind of scent, nighttime. It's nice. I don't have anything bad to say about it. So that's my thoughts on the Maison Margiela Replica line, the little discovery set that I got. I would love to hear your guys' opinions on this. Leave a comment below what you think of the line, what your favorite fragrance is by them. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, and also leave a comment what you think I should try next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.